Wake up, wake up, it's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
It's time to
rise, to sing, to shout, to bring him all your heart. He'll do the bigger part if you will only make a start. It's time to give him all your heart, and only you can make a start. Wake up!
Welcome to an 8-part inspirational devotional series entitled The NEWSTART Solution. For 8 consecutive days, we will be talking about the greatest long-term solution to health-related problems, especially during this time of pandemic. As you wake up each day and have your 7 minutes with God, you will be blessed with great suggestions, proven viewpoints, and experiential facts regarding the best solution for health crisis in these pandemic times. Again, the NEWSTART solution. Joining you in this timely devotional is Brother Noy Gonzaga, your online inspirational evangelist and health lecturer, ready to be God's humble mouthpiece for this moment. For our third offering, let us talk about water. W in NEWSTART stands for water. So that we will not be lost in the broadness of this topic, we will focus our inspirational learning in 4 questions. Question number 1. What is the importance of water in our body? Question number 2. What can be 2 of the greatest help of water in these times of pandemic? Question number 3. How many glasses of water should one drink to remain healthy? Question number 4. Why not other liquids? Why is it that the most recommended liquid until now is still water? These questions seem to be too many and too heavy, but if God is in our midst, He will surely provide answers to these questions. But first, let us meditate on a verse found in John 4, verse 14, and it says, "But whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I gave them will become in them a spring of water welling up to eternal life." Let us start with saying that water is the universal solvent. The human body is actually containing 70% water, and that is the very reason why cells, tissues, organs, and organ systems function very well, because water lubricates them and makes them versatile and mobile. Let us not also forget that water aids in digestion, as liquefying food particles makes it more easy for the gastrointestinal system to digest food. Thus, when water is sufficient, we will be preventing our system in suffering from hardening of the food particles we call constipation. Enough water content in the body also improve the cushioning of our joints, thus letting us stay away from pains of arthritis and gout. To culminate this all, the human body thrives in its life-saving functions because of heat. Heat in turn is being controlled by the proliferation of body liquids, specifically water ingestion. If we lack water, there will be too much heat. Okay? If there will be more water, there will be controlling of the heat. Okay. Well, if you notice, dear friends, the function of water is not only selective in terms of body parts. Rather, it affects the whole body from head to toe, meaning all parts of the body. Now, this pandemic season, can water be a great help to us in terms of protection from the viral infection? Well, yes, in 2 ways. First, it protects us externally because water with soap can be the best disinfectant that there can ever be. So frequent hand washing and regular bathing can always lessen the amount of viral residue or particles that stays within the external parts of our body. Second, water can protect us internally, as frequent liquid intake aids the body in flushing out foreign organisms or germs that are not usually part of the system. This will include the following: exclusion of bacteria, exclusion of virus, and other non-helping particles that thrive in our internal system. Thus, if you will just use common sense in this line of thinking, dear friends, water is both an external and internal cleaner, and using it correctly as what is suggested by medical research can really aid in the prevention and limitation of viral contamination. Now, if you will ask how many glasses of water should one person drink in order to supply, augment, and support the 70% needs of our body, well, in a normal situation, meaning no work, no strenuous activity, and no sun-exposing routines, women are suggested to take in 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day, and that will be 8 to 10 glasses of water for the gentlemen in the same situation. However, with the inclusion of strenuous activities, sun-exposing routines, and extremely long working hours, the need of the body increases as the rate of perspiration also increases. That means we are sweating too much. That is why there is a need to increase intake, and for ladies it should already be 8 to 10 glasses of water, and for the gentlemen in the same context it will be 10 to 12 glasses of water already. Of course, this will be applicable only in normalized situations such as persons involved are not having lost bowel movement or they are not taking in vitamin C supplements. For those having LBM or dehydration or diarrhea, So, generally we call that lost bowel movement. It would be suggested that a volume per volume water replacement is to be considered. That is why a person with healthcare knowledge will be effective in educating supposed clients in this scenario. For those taking in vitamin C supplements, an additional of 1 glass of water for every 500 milligram capsule is greatly suggested as vitamin C causes viscosity in the process of its absorption and excretion. Thus, additional draining is needed to aid in expelling the unneeded substances in these supplemental intakes. To culminate our questions for discussion, the last here is, why still water and not other flavored drinks? Well, water is the only liquid that can adjust to the pH requirement of the blood and the other body organs. While other fluids can either shrink the cell or swell the cell, which is both not healthy and the cell might become dysfunctional because of this, water does not create any effect in the size of the cell. Another thing is, mostly today, drinks with flavor comes with high sugar contents. And that may mean affecting blood glucose or blood sugar level. It is not a secret already today that the leading lifestyle diseases are diabetes and hypertension, both of which are directly and indirectly affected by sugar contents of the liquids that we take in. Plain sachet juices, canned juices, commercial fruit juices, sodas, and other commercial drinks, even though they claim that they have low sugar or no sugar at all, still we cannot put our guards down and believe their commercial alibis and sacrifice our bodies for lifestyle diseases to take place. Never. Thus, there is already no substitute yet for water, being the most desirable and healthy liquid that our body can ever take in for healthy reasons. Friends, water in our lives can be compared to our faith. All our efforts, actions, duties, commitments, and doable chores, if they are done with uncompromising faith in God, things will surely be spiritually conducive to us, which means it will not create in us a conflict with the Spirit or a heaviness of feeling because we have violated God's mandate or commandments. That is basically what water is doing to our human body. When water is there, cells can freely move. When water is there, tissues can be fluent with their functions. When water is there, organs are kept healthy and clean, and it is away from negative conditions. Often, man will still choose to get sick and have those fluids attached to their veins through infusion, we call them intravenous fluids, and by then appreciate how fluids can really augment good health. It does not have to go that far. Let us be proactive with life. Drink the correct number of glasses of water every day and have the benefits of water be felt by you. You don't need a dextrose. You don't need an intravenous fluid if you are proactive. For you deserve a life that is very comfortable, happy, healthy, and away from the pandemic. Because you utilize one thing that God created for us to really be used, and that is water. Where water is, there is life. This is our third of 8 parts in our inspirational devotional series entitled NEWSTART Solutions. W in NEWSTART stands for water. This is still an advocacy and inspirational sharing through morning devotionals because we always know that to start our day right, there is no greater way of starting it than to have 7 minutes with God this very moment. Have a healthy and happy life, everyone.
Wake up, wake up, it's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
It's time to
To
rise,
rise, to sing, to shout, to bring him all your heart. He'll do the bigger part if you will only make a start.
Wake up! Wake up!